What up, people? What up, fam? What up, everybody? Hope y'all doing great today. Hope y'all doing wonderful. Trash ass Lakers just lost back to back. This ain't about them. This ain't about them. But you probably have to fire Darvin Ham, and it ain't really gonna get better. Cause to tell you the truth, they gonna go as LeBron go, and he's not young enough to go like he needs to go to win a championship. I don't know that, but that's what I feel, and that's my opinion on that. Like, if you fire him and go get a coach, that I promise you it ain't gonna make it better. The coach can't make him play, bro. Literally. Darvin Ham, no coach you ever get can go out there and yell at LeBron. He too old in the franchise. They worried about capitalism more than winning. They hope they can win, but if we can capitalize on this LeBron James train and get as much money as we can possibly, then that's what we gonna do, bro. But it's dark days right now in Lakerland, because we went 5 games, we went 3 out of 2, lost to Brooklyn and the Clippers, and we beat who we beat? Like the Bulls. We was beating no-name teams, the teams that you should have beat. Shouldn't have lost to Brooklyn. Shouldn't have lost to Houston last night. Shouldn't have lost to, like, it's bad. It's bad. Because your best player, Anthony Davis, at this point, don't have a motor in him where it's like, all right, let's get to January. He like, oh, I'll see y'all in January. Watch him in important games in the playoffs. Like last year when he was going 42-12, then he'd go 10-7. Like his mental mindset is not what you need as a star player. And LeBron, you chose him. That was one of your GM picks. Oh, he gonna be the future. You was wrong. You was wrong. Sorry. Somebody need to tell him, like, he was wrong. AD is playing out of his mind. Top 5 right now, for real. But in the NBA, you have to play possessional basketball. It's possession by possession. You have to control the possession and the tempo. And what else? It's just so many. It's just so many. Because then, with that being said, D-Lo can't guard no point guards. So as soon as the point guards break down the D, they kicking it out. And if they get hot, now we down 20-9 in the first quarter. Like, it's so many different things that is making this shit what it is. But I've seen them when they went on that 3-game streak, when they beat the Pelicans by 44, they won the in-season tournament, they beat Phoenix even though they didn't have Bradley. I've seen them last year in the playoffs. This is the same starting roster from last year in the playoffs when they beat Golden State, they beat Memphis, even though they beat Memphis, even though we got swept in the Westerns. I've seen this team win. This is not a team where we just put this team, but this team has been successful. So for us to be at this point right now, it's nothing else you can do but fire Darvin Ham. Because they're not going to trade AD. You're not going to trade LeBron. Even if you go trade D-Lo at this point of the season, what are you going to get? What kind of player are you going to get that is going to be able to mesh? May have to be the 3rd best player in the playoffs. And they're going to have to gain chemistry to learn how to play with LeBron and Reeves and all these, like, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. And I'm so optimistic. Like, I really believe they can turn it around. I do. But I at the same time, I don't see it. Like, for real. I don't see LeBron. Well, I do. Because he's going to ramp it up after All-Star game. He going to ramp it up. I promise you, he going to ramp it up after All-Star game. And he going to hopefully, he don't fizzle out. He don't lose his legs and shit by, like, in the Western Conference last year. You can tell he didn't have no legs. He didn't have no. Aaron Gordon was bodying him. Because he didn't have no legs. He was fatigued. His body was fatigued. And this is a young man's game, but older men do win the championships. And it's like middle, like 30 years old. So it's like at the same time, his mental is he's one of the smartest players to ever play. So his mental, he's smart enough to get you far. But is he smart enough to know, like at this point, he might have to be the third best player on the team and just give us 15, a triple-double every night. But he's not willing to do that because of his legacy. So now Austin Reeves is stuck in the twilight zone of, oh, should I become an all-star or should I just be a great role player? Because they're not giving him. When do you ever see Austin Reeves out there with just the second unit with no LeBron and AD? That's how players develop. You put them out there and you tell them, go do it. Go do it. They're not letting them do that. They're not allowing that to happen because they're afraid as soon as you put AD and LeBron on the bench that the other team is going to make a huge run at the Lakers. But you got Rui Hachimura, starter. Vanderbilt, he can be a starter. Taurean Prince, he can be a starter. Jackson Hayes is questionable. He's questionable. But that second unit should be good enough where you don't have to have AD and LeBron babysitting these players all the time, because that's what they're doing. They're babysitting these players, like for real. And Zach LaVine, he don't play defense. DeJounte Murray, we don't know what his level of excellence is, where his skill level is at this moment. We don't know. He never been in a winning culture. Like, I don't know if we go get him, if that's going to solve our riddles, our problems, our riddles. The one person that I'm hoping to come back, I don't even think he's coming back because he was out until like the All-Star game. That's not good enough. It's great. It's Gabe Vincent, because he can give you 10 or 15 off the bench. He can run that second unit with Austin Reeves and Rui, where you don't have to babysit them all the time. But him not being there, it hurts, because now you got to go to a Cam Reddish that's been on 3 teams in 4 years. You got to go to a Taurean Prince, where is a person, a good role player, but you don't want to have to rely on him. Like, man. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm optimistic, but I'm pretty certain they're gonna end up firing Darvin Ham. They're gonna fire Darvin Ham. They're gonna make a trade, and then they're gonna go for it again, like we've been doing it for the last 4 years. We had a team when he had Austin Caruso, he had KCP, he had even Kuzma. Kuzma was giving us 15 to 17 that year in the bubble. Like, we had Marcus Morris, even though he probably wouldn't continue with us. Like, we had some pieces that we shouldn't have let go chemistry wise in the bubble, and that's been hurting us the last 2 years, because all we do is do that Cleveland shit. We wait till the trade deadline, see what the record is. Oh, if we 500, we getting rid of everybody and we changing the whole thing. But that doesn't work. He didn't win no championship. He hasn't won a championship doing that. He hasn't won a championship doing that. He hasn't won a championship doing it. So we need to figure this out. We gotta figure this out. I believe we can, but we need to figure this out. One love.